Hi, my name is Tim Jennings. I'm a health insurance agent here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I specialize in international and domestic health plans. I've been a broker for about 30 years. We're trying a series of posts or video posts that can complement some of the information we're putting on our websites, our blogs, and social media posts, and hopefully you'll find some of these helpful. Today I want to talk about an international product that we sell on a daily basis. Most people refer to it as travel medical insurance. It does differ a little bit from what most people refer to as trip reimbursement coverage. When we talk about travel medical insurance, what we're talking about is basically a short-term plan, 6 months or less, that is designed to cover U.S. citizens outbound from the United States, traveling anywhere in the world: Mexico, Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia. It doesn't matter where you're going. These are products that most people didn't even realize that they need to even consider, to be honest with you. It's very common to talk to somebody that has, say, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield. They're getting ready to go overseas for 6 weeks, and they call Blue Cross Blue Shield and they ask them, hey, do I have coverage? And the short answer is, oh yeah, you do, you're covered. Before you go anywhere, before you do anything, make sure, if you don't already have it, contact your insurance company, get a copy of your certificate of coverage, read it. Then when you read it, call them back, ask for the claims department, ask to speak to somebody who handles claims in the international world, and see exactly how they're going to cover you when you go overseas. I think you're going to find that in almost every case it's going to be lacking. Their U.S. domestic plans just are not designed to follow Americans outside the borders of the United States. If you're over 65, you're on Medicare, you have a Medicare supplement, you have nothing. Some supplements have some very limited benefits, but it's not coverage like what you would expect. So when you travel overseas, you need to look into this. A good example is my daughter, who's currently traveling. She's been out for about 5 weeks now. She's got another couple of weeks before she comes home. She'll have traveled to about 7 or 8 different countries, literally worldwide. Her airfare alone was in the thousands of dollars. We insured her with GeoBlue, which is our first go-to company. GeoBlue is probably the best choice for Americans who are going to travel or short-term or live overseas in a permanent way as an expat. They offered the best plan choices for coverage overseas. In Blair's case, we paid about $64 for the full 6.5 weeks that she's going to be gone. She has a $0 deductible, 100% coverage, and $500,000 emergency medical evacuation. These plans aren't complicated. They are very similar in design to U.S. domestic plans, but they work in an international way. So, for example, if you are in Kenya on a safari or something and you get sick or injured and they take you to a medical facility that's nearby and maybe they are not the best place for you to be to receive care, you can contact GeoBlue. GeoBlue will look them up, and if they are already considered to be a preferred facility, in other words, they meet Western medical standards, they speak English, they'll work with the insurance company on payment, they'll notify you and tell you if you're in the best place. If not, if they need to take you to Johannesburg, South Africa, that's where they're going to take you to save your life. If they need to take you to Europe, that's where they're going to take you to save your life. So the medical evacuation benefit is substantial. The other thing is the networks that they have overseas are not like our U.S. domestic networks. They are basically networks where they have gone out and vetted out medical providers and facilities throughout the world to make sure that they do meet Western standards. So if you are injured or get sick in Czechoslovakia, more than likely they're going to get you out of the country just because they don't have that many medical providers in that country that meet those standards. Domestic plans aren't going to do that. They're going to pay benefits based upon out-of-the-network environment. More than likely, you're going to have to probably prepay everything and come back to the United States and submit your claims for reimbursement. You're going to get hit with your deductibles. You're going to get hit with out-of-network limits. I mean, it's going to be a very expensive process to do that. Whereas the international plans are designed, especially GeoBlue, they're going to work directly. They're going to take first position. More than likely, they're going to work directly with the provider. As long as they'll accept payment there, it should be a cashless situation on your part, and they're going to treat you just like you're here in the United States. This is a long and complicated subject, But the short answer to this is that most Americans don't even realize they're not covered when they go overseas, especially seniors. So before you head outbound and you spend thousands of dollars for airfare and hotel arrangements and tour guides and fun trips or whatever you're going to do overseas, give us a call or call somebody and make sure that you understand what you're opening yourself up for. The costs for these plans are so small compared to your investment in your international travel that I don't understand why more people don't look into them, other than the fact they just don't realize they need them. So keep that in the back of your mind. You can find all this information on our website at www.individualhealth.com. You can find them on our Facebook posts, our feeds at Facebook /individual health. And we also can be found on Twitter at Jackson Hole Tim. I encourage you to at least do your homework before you leave. And if you have questions, check us out. We can if we can't get you an answer right away, we'll make the calls and we'll work with you on your unique situation. But bottom line is that international travel, living abroad, completely different world when it comes to receiving health care and having the bills paid. So check it out, and thanks for listening.